everyone, welcome back to Chiquel's YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and I'm here today to bring you a review of Sarah by Jon Renau that's on my head right now and that honestly I am loving so very much that I cannot wait to share everything there is to know about this adorable wig. But before I do that, make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can watch a whole bunch of other wig reviews, color reviews, tips and tricks, and even some hair loss stuff. All right, so Sarah by Jon Renau. Oh, I've been wanting to try this piece for a really long time, but for some reason I just haven't been able to get my hands on it, or I just haven't gotten it. But here I am with it on my head and I think I am in love. Now, I will let you know, this is not a budget-friendly item. This is gonna be a little bit expensive, and that's because of the type of cap that this is. This wig is gonna have almost all the bells and whistles on it, so because of that, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. All right, let's just go over everything there is to know about her. So she is made with synthetic fibers. It's not heat defined, it is just strictly synthetic. So when you do get her out of the box, she might have a little bit of a shine, as most synthetic fibers do. I'm just standing in front of a kind of a shaded window right now. I don't have like sunshine beating on me, but I have a natural light on me and she has a little bit of shine, but not too much. But anyways, anytime you get a synthetic wig right out of the box, there's going to be sort of like a silicone coating over top of it just to help give you that fresh, new, soft, smooth fiber that we all love when we get it right out of the box, but it does make it a little extra shiny. So just know that over time, the shine is gonna dull out. And also you could use just an easily sprayable dry shampoo to help dull the shine a little bit. But that being said, Sarah is not glaringly shiny. She's honestly not. I don't find her to be too bad at all, but I'm just mentioning this because what you see in my screen right now might be shinier than what she actually is. All right, I'm wearing this in the color Shaded Praline, which is a really popular sort of dark brown, or sorry, dark blonde color, and it's in the color code 12FS8. Now, in my opinion, this is gonna be a like light brown, almost dark blonde color, and it's sort of a warm light brown in my opinion. And then we're also gonna be having some sort of more bright platinum blonde streaking throughout it, as well as a little bit of gold in it. So here's the beautiful color. And then of course we do have a root. So this is gonna be more on the warm side of a medium brown. Okay, so Sarah is on my head fresh out of the box. The only thing I have done before coming on camera with you is change the part around. So she will come with that standard zigzag part in her. And when you put it on with that zigzag part, you're gonna be like, ooh, this isn't looking quite right. So make sure you play around with the part to find something that's gonna work for you. And also as you work with her, the fibers might tend to fall in front a little bit, but keep brushing it out of your face, using heat from your hands to style it up and away from your face. That's gonna help train the fibers to go back, and it's gonna just feel so much better than flopping in front of your face. Okay, so I'm sure you've noticed as I was doing that she does have a lace front. Now this is an extended lace front. So usually, well not usually, but oftentimes just your standard temple to temple lace front is just gonna go to about here. But this one is wonderful because it goes all the way to around this point here. So right kind of middle of your ear tab on both sides. Now this particular color, Shaded Praline, Jon Renau did a really great job with this lace front because what they did is brought that lighter piece forward. And when you have a lighter color in the front where the lace is, it's going to help disguise that knotting even more so that you don't see any large knots. It's going to be a lot more seamless of a transition into your hairline. So hopefully I am nice up close and personal with you so that you can get a really good look at what she's looking like. Now, one of the reasons that I really love the extended lace fronts more than just your temple to temple ones is because you're not going to have an abrupt change from your lace front into your wefted cap. Often when you do have just a temple to temple, there's not a gradual transition like we see here. There's just like lace, and then there's like an abrupt spot where you can kind of see where the rest of the cap starts. And that really bothers me sometimes. But this one it's just really lovely. It makes me feel confident when I pull it off of my face. Okay, next up on Sarah, we are gonna have a full monofilament top. So this whole kind of U-shaped section on the top here is free parting space. It's gonna give you that look of natural scalp, and it's also gonna allow you to part it wherever you want. So it's really great for styling versatility because you just have the ability to do so much with it. You could have a nice deep side part, you could have a center part, right, left. The world is your oyster with these monofilament tops. Okay, so this is gonna be the curl pattern that you see right out of the box here. I have not brushed her or combed her. So back here, she's gonna be looking really cute. Now, the reason the front is looking a little bit fluffier, see how these are a little bit fluffier and more separated? That's just because of me playing around with the part. It's separated the curl pattern a little bit more. So that just goes to show that when you do end up brushing through her, don't brush. I wouldn't suggest brushing. Definitely take a comb, a wide tooth comb, or your fingers. Don't take a big brush. But once you do that with a comb, it's gonna separate all of these really adorable waves and curls you have going on and make it a little bit softer. So if you want a softer look, then definitely go ahead and comb through it to separate those curls. Let me do a whole spinaroo for you. So this style, it doesn't really have a lot of layering in it, just ever so slightly, but it's generally all pretty much one length. You're not gonna find any shorter curled pieces. They're all pretty much the same length, maybe just like a touch shorter in the front, but still we got some pretty long wavy curls happening here. This, in my opinion, is a light to medium density. It's not gonna be your lightest density, but it's still pretty decently light. Like, you don't have a ton of hair here. And because this is a fully hand-tied cap, and of course a monofilament top, which also means it's been hand-tied, there's no permatease on this. So whenever you have a fully hand-tied cap or any hand-tied component, there's not gonna be permatease where that hand-tied component is. So this is all hand-tied everywhere you can have it, and there is no permatease. So that means we're not gonna get that poofy volume on top. Any volume that you see here is just generally from the style itself, and it's quite a natural volume. All right, let me give you a look at the inside of this cap. It's a really comfortable cap. Whenever you have a hand-tied cap like this, it's gonna feel comfortable and it's gonna feel pretty lightweight as well. The other great thing about hand-tied caps is it's gonna allow the hair to move in a more free motion. It's gonna have more of an all-around movement as opposed to if it was sewn on a weft, which is more of a row. You're gonna have the hair just sewn on this row. Pretend this is the hair sewn it onto the weft, onto that row, and it's gonna just have more of a side-to-side movement. It's not gonna be able to move up very easily, but because this hand-tied cap is all hand-tied, it's just gonna be, it can go anywhere. So you're gonna have that natural movement here and a really comfortable lightweight feel. It does not feel heavy at all. So hand-tied cap, it's a good amount of stretch to it. We have really comfy velvet ear tabs, a velvet extended nape, Velcro adjusters, so you can loosen or tighten it a little bit. And of course, here's that full monofilament top and your extended lace front that goes to your mid-ear tab here. All right, I'm gonna put this back on for you. I would say that this fits quite true to average. I am a petite size and I fit petite wigs, but I also wear a lot of average sizes just because the versatility in style. But this one can fit me just fine if I just bring in the adjusters just a tiny bit. Whoa, losing my voice for a second. But if I bring in the adjusters just a tiny little bit, it would be perfect on me. So it's not so overwhelmingly big. And you're gonna find that too with hand-tied caps. They're gonna fit a little bit smaller than your standard wefted cap will fit. Okay, let me show you what she might look like in an updo of some sort. Now, this is a personal preference. This is a personal preference of mine. Whenever I do updos, I much prefer having pieces in the front. Now, with Sarah, I don't know that I would love wearing her up all the time. That's because the pieces in the front are so long and droopy. So if I were to have Sarah, she would probably be more of a down wig for me. Or what I would do is I would cut a little bit more of a face framing layer into her so that I would feel a little bit better about having non-droopy pieces. But if you were to pull her up, this is kind of what she would look like. She definitely can fit in a ponytail, of course. I'll show her there. And then whenever I do ponytails, I always keep my hair in front of my ears to help make it a little bit more natural. So of course she definitely fits in ponytails in an updo, but my personal preference is that I have more of a layered look in the front, just to make a softer appearance in the front and to hide any exposure of ear tabs or any lace. And I also find if you have some hair in the front, it makes it a little bit more imperfect. And the more imperfect a piece looks, to me, looks the most real. All right, so I don't have much else to let you know about Sarah. If you do have any other questions about something that potentially I did miss, because my mind moves like a million miles a minute. I don't know if I've touched on everything, but if you do have any other questions about her, feel free to put them in the comments below and I'm happy to answer them as best I can for you. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If Sarah is a piece that you like, then make sure you check out our website at chiquel.com, or if you're in Canada, you can check us out at chiquel.ca, or in Australia at chiquel.com.au. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Have a really awesome day, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.